Hello Base Hit community. I'm here today to give a quick demo of one of the new features coming in the next release, binding contracts. This will simply mean that once you have a player on your roster, they cannot be dropped to free agency. It will be a league option that will hopefully force team owners to make some difficult decisions. So, to show on the site, on the league homepage, you see right here, I've got a league that's in our test environment, and it says all contracts are binding. This is where you'll see if the setting is turned on or off. If a commissioner wishes to change this, they'll go to their league settings. They will scroll down to the section where it says binding contracts. It's just a simple yes or no. You will not be able to change it for the current season. You won't be able to change it on the fly. It will occur next season, similar to several of our other league options. So to show what this actually does as far as your user experience, I'm going to go to my team. I will go to the roster, the reassign players page, and you'll see there's no option to release any of these players. The only way you'll be able to have a player no longer on your team is to trade them. Or you'll have to wait until the end of the season for the end of season flip process. You'll be able to drop them at that point. Another way you used to be able to add players, and the way you can in non-binding contract leagues, is through free agency, sign and drop. But as you see, if I go to sign a player, I can still attempt to sign them, but there is no section to drop in the same transaction. That option is gone. So, to talk a little bit about reasons that a league might want to choose this option, it adds real value to having cap space. Having cap space now in these type of leagues will allow for future flexibility in that season and potential leverage over those who don't have cap space. If you are all the way up against the cap, you are very limited in what you're able to do. As far as you're not going to be able to pick players up, it's going to be difficult or tougher to make trades since you don't have that extra space and you're not able to drop players to gain extra cap space. For those of you who don't like to or are not able to keep up with every single free agency move as they happen, with binding contracts you don't have to worry about drops in mid-season. So for example, if a team drops a player that you might have been able to use but you didn't see it right away, another team could have very easily picked them up before you even saw that they were dropped in the first place. This option should also lead to many more difficult decisions at the flip when deciding who to sign for the following season. You have to weigh signing the player to make sure that you get them, but once you sign them, you are stuck with them outside of a trade. So you have to make a decision on many players, and because of this, there should be many more players that after the flip will hit free agency. Which would drive player movement, drive more action, more transactions in the league as a whole. I can imagine already some commissioners will have a concern that with binding contracts, everyone in the league will end up going right up to the cap and pretty much make it so that transactions are almost impossible or actually impossible. The response I would have to that is that if I was in that league, it sounds like an opportunity to add cap space, and then if I'm the only team that has cap space, every team who wants to make a trade will have to go through me. Therefore, I would have a significant amount of leverage over everyone else in the league. Regardless, though, this is just another option for league commissioners to use to build the league as close to exactly how they want it. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on the site.